Get on, campers, back again. It's been a while, hasn't it? I don't think I've done a video since just before Christmas, so happy new year. So today the weather, as you can see, is a little bit bleak and grey, but the forecast shows no rain, very little wind, and not bad temperatures. It's quite a mild day today. I think the high temperature is going to be around 7 degrees, which ain't bad really, is it? It should be all right. The temperature is set to drop to around about -1 tonight. We'll see how that goes. I've brought with me my Lanshan 2 Pro today. Now, that one's a 3-season tent, not the 4-season that I've been using, the Lanshan 1. So I expect to be a little bit cooler tonight. So I bought a little bit of extra, a couple of extra layers, and I think I've got my base layers. Oh, could be chilly actually. But I've also brought with me my Snug Pack jungle blanket, so that should help. That should be fine. I'll be all right. I was going to climb straight up the Tor there, but I've decided to follow the track around it because I wanted to see some of these views. Have a gander at this. Ain't that bloody handsome? Such a beautiful day. And it's weird, it's eerie not having any wind. I've got loads of time and I figured I'd just have a little wander, see what's about. It's a beautiful bit of country, a beautiful bit of the moors, but quite featureless. Have a look. I think I might stop up here in a minute and have myself a bite to eat. It's lunchtime after all. Nothing amazing. Just bought a sandwich from Asda. I'm out of breath. Got a really light pack on today, including my food and water. I'm at just 12 kilos, which is nice, but I'm still out of breath. I've got hair. I don't know whose that hair is. It's blonde. It's just blown in off the wind straight into me gob. Yeah. So, Eastern Tor, eh? God, it's a bit. Well, it's one of the most featureless tours I've ever seen. I mean, there's no large structure of rock, no great big pile of granite. It's just lots and lots and lots of, well, this, lots of nothing. Oh well, could be worse. So yeah, he's a bit smushed in the bag, but it's still going to taste the same, isn't it? Cheese and onion on malted bread from Asda. Living the good life. Oh, this is a pretty barren place, but I mean, I keep saying that, but it's beautiful in its own way. I like it. It's peaceful. I'm actually thinking about going that way. There's a bunch of people over there and a number of standing stones. I think I saw on Trev and Nath's video, Summit or Nothing, and they came across a standing stone, which is apparently the tallest standing stone on Dartmoor at 14 feet. A very thin, narrow, relatively wide standing stone. and I'm wondering if it's one of they over there. So I might go off over in that direction in a minute. The ground looks pretty sound, and just see what it's like. Well, I've had my sign. Whoa, what was that? I need to learn how to breathe and talk at the same time. Try again. Well, I've had my sarnie, and now I've pretty much decided I'm going to go off in that direction to have a look at these standing stones rather than that direction to have a look at the Tor. I hope I haven't made a bad choice. We'll see. So yeah, let's go. So here we are at the first of the standing stones. It's certainly not the one I saw in Trevor Nace's video. I mean, he's a tall bugger, doing wrong. Probably a good, what, 11, 12 foot? But he ain't the one I was looking at in his video. So, there's another one up here. I'm going to go and have a look at that one. We've got this lovely stone row here as well. And just to the right is I want to say the Devil's Cauldron, but that's not right. I think it's the Giant's Basin. I'll look it up when we get up there. The Giant's Basin, that's what it's called. It's a massive cairn, and it's called the Giant's Basin, not the Devil's Cauldron. And it's quite epic. Let me show you. Well, it is just a great big pile of rocks with more rocks in the middle. There's something beautiful about it, do you know? I want to say, I suppose you've got to be here to appreciate it, but it's my job as the videographer to demonstrate that through video, and I really don't know how. I've got to brush up on some of my video techniques, I really do, because I want to be able to show you just how epic this thing is properly. I just don't know how. Maybe it's time for me to take up one of those lynda.com courses or whatever they're called. Okay, so I've pretty much left the Giant's Basin alone, and I'm walking up here towards the next standing stone. So from here where I'm standing right now, it looks pretty massive, and I think it might be the one that I was looking for. Certainly looks to be 14 feet or so high, but I know from the side because it's got a very unique shape. Ah, that's the one. That's the one. Cheers, Trevor Nath. Look at that. What a top heavy design that is. I wonder what significance that has. I'll carry on walking around. If I told myself 20 years ago, or even 5 years ago, that one day in the near future I would find a standing up lump of granite in the middle of nowhere, fascinating, I would have told myself to F off. I admit it, I really like it. I almost want to, I'm going to say it again, I want to pitch here. I want to pitch right here on the track, right next to this epic monolith of a granite standing stone. But I can't because you're not allowed to. Let's carry on up to Higher Harttor Tor, shall we? There's no dead people in here. Reminds me of the maw of the giant creepy crawly worm creatures in Tremors. Can't remember what they were called. Higher Harttor Tor is a lovely spot, and lots of flat ground here to camp on. The only downside is if the wind kicks up later, it's not particularly well sheltered at the top. Shit, that's hot. Fucking hell. So there we have it, all pitched up. Not a bad pitch. I think the ridge line is bowing a little bit more than I really like, but yeah, I'm happy with that. The ground is good. It's sloping slightly this way, so if anything there's risk of me rolling off the mat sideways in the night, but I think I'll be fine. So the next step is to get all my gear out of the bag, inside the tent, and then I'll be able to chill out again. The sunset is still about an hour away. I have pitched up early, but I don't like pitching in the dark, and I don't think I'm going to be really getting in anybody's way out here. There's nobody around now. There were quite a few groups of people earlier on, but I can see two groups of 2 people on the horizon, and that's it. So I think I'm pretty good. Well, for what it's worth, that was sunset. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be particularly fantastic because the thick grey cloud up above just really wasn't letting much through. Outside, the temperature at the moment is 1 degree centigrade, and inside, according to my little digital thermometer. I don't know if you can see that, it's 3.3 degrees centigrade. So pretty chilly, but not terribly so. And what's funny about it is the fact that I'm sat here, I've got my legs outside of the tent, I'm wrapped up in my snug pack jungle blanket, and I've got the door open, and I've just been looking out on the view. It's gone now though, it's pitch black. But yeah, it's a big difference in temperature between outside and inside. Crazy. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do now is probably just get on with my dinner. I've got a Wayfarer meal tonight. I've got the chicken, no sorry, the chilli and rice. I believe that was invented in Cornwall. I'm not sure, could be wrong, correct me in the comments below, but it sounds like a proper Cornish dish to me, so I'm happy to be eating that tonight. Well, dinner was had, it was lovely, really enjoyed that. Since then I've basically just laid in my pit and played on my Switch. Which is fine. So I've played on my Switch and I've had a little mess around on Facebook and Instagram and moved on from that. Other than that, I've just lay here listening to my audio book, which is, what have we got today? I can't remember what it's called. The Last Survivors by T.W. Piperbrook and well, Piperbrook and Adair. It's read by my favourite narrator, Sean Burnett. It's a really good book about well, it's basically another zombie apocalypse type book set many hundred years in the future after the fall of man. Anyway, enough about that. I have forgotten my base layers, as I mentioned earlier that I thought I had. So I'm probably going to be in for a bit of a cold sleep tonight, unfortunately. Might just keep all my clothes on and my jacket, and I got another jacket and I got another jumper, so I'll be fine. I'm not going to freeze to death or anything like that, so that's cool. Yeah, it's been a lovely day, lovely evening. It's 9 o'clock now and I'm actually thinking about turning in for the night. I'm quite tired, so I'm going to go and take care of well, I'm going to go for a wee and then settle down for the night. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night all.